Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Pisces placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Pisces, I'm getting an interesting story for you, and it's coming through as like this would be a confirmation about something from the past. That's how it's feeling. A confirmation about something from the past. So it's not something necessarily where it's like, I feel like there is on some level something playing out in your present that's sort of reflecting this or confirming this for you, but the event has already happened is how it's coming through. This is the story that I was receiving. There are multiple energies in this dynamic. Put yourself in whatever position feels right to you, whatever is resonating for you. I'm going to explain it the way that I was receiving this message, so just keep that in mind. It is a general reading. Depends who's watching this. So, the story is sort of like, I'm seeing you, Pisces, as being like, as a metaphor, like a small business owner. That's how it's coming through. And there is a situation where it's kind of like you're doing your work, right? You're tending to your business, that kind of thing. And there's an energy that's coming through as like a big corporation. So whatever that represents to you metaphorically, I feel like there's something here where it has to do with influence is the word that was coming through. Like they have a bigger influence or bigger reach or that kind of thing. And this big corporation sent out It's almost like they were doing like recon or something, like information gathering is how it would come through. And it's like they were trying to gain information on like their competitor base or something like that. And you popped up on the list. So it's kind of like they sent someone to gather intel about you. And it's almost kind of feeling like they sent someone undercover, Pisces. So I know I'm using like a work metaphor, but I was also being guided to say that if, like, this could also be playing out in sort of like a friendship group, right? Like something where it's like you are just minding your own business, and then there's a big group, like a bigger group, and somebody within that group, like the most popular person in that group or whatever, like almost like sent one of their friends to like befriend you undercover or something like that, to gain access to you or to like get to know you or something for negative purposes, as like where it's like they're trying to use the information that they gain from you in order to either gossip about you or cause harm to you or if we go back to the business example, like, you know, negatively impact your business, that kind of energy, that's how it's coming through, Pisces. Again, I'm not saying that this is happening right now for you. I'm saying that this is something that will be confirmation about something from the past that has already happened to you. But it kind of feels like what you may be experiencing now, Pisces, is almost like I feel like there's going to be some sort of illumination or something like that that's going to bring light on this situation, or that there's going to be some sort of like karma that comes through with this. So just being aware of that. Again, this is just confirmation of a past event, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to pull cards. And I feel like there's something here of Uh, It's wanting to highlight this undercover agent. Whoever this person is to you, it feels like somebody that you know. This is like somebody that you know who either pretended to be a friend or something like that. They, or like, you know, that it's that coming through like that. They were undercover in some way, or their intentions were hidden. They didn't have pure intentions in reaching out to you or something like that. And I feel like there's also something where I think this energy, this undercover agent, I'm just gonna call it like that, maybe in this period of like they have gone back to their boss or the corporation that they work for, in order to like, you know, they're doing their job, which is how it's coming through as the most compassionate way in which I can justify their behavior. I feel like a little bit of benefit of the doubt is necessary here, Pisces. I'm being very just conscious of to like bring compassion into this, that I feel like this energy, because it kind of feels like maybe you're feeling a bit betrayed by something, Pisces. Like maybe you feel betrayed by this person. And I feel like there's something here of like a benefit of the doubt, because it's kind of coming through as like this undercover agent, the one who tried to get to know you in order to share your secrets with your competitor. That's how it's feeling. They are undergoing some sort of like ethical dilemma within themselves. That's how it's feeling, because it's kind of like it's almost like they got to know you under false pretenses, so perhaps pretended to be kind to you in order to like gain secrets or something like that. But what I think was unexpected for them is that they actually discovered that they liked you. That's how it's coming through, or that they actually that's why it's coming through with sort of like this ethical or moral or personal dilemma that they're experiencing, because it's almost like they caught feelings or whatever. Like it's kind of feeling like that, like they realized actually that they like you, and so to go and share these secrets to their boss would almost, it feels like they're betraying their own sense of self. That's how it's coming through. So I do feel like this person is some benefit of the doubt, I think, is necessary here. I don't know why I keep saying that, because I feel like there's something where it's like if you feel betrayed by something, or it's like, I don't know, maybe it's not as it seems, or I don't know. Anyways, Pisces, I think that this might be sort of weighing on you a bit. It feels like it's weighing on you, but I don't think you should put as much focus on it as maybe you have been, because I do feel like that there is some sort of new beginning for you. There's some sort of like really beautiful new beginning for you that you're being asked to focus on, and to pour your energy into that while this situation plays out. I also feel like there's I keep getting this energy of like rejection is protection for sure, so that you are protected in whatever the situation is. Yeah, I feel like you have this really beautiful new beginning, Pisces, to focus on that. So I'm going to pull a card from the Starcodes Astro Oracle. I'm still sort of getting over my cold. You could probably tell from my voice. But my head feels quite clear today. So, yeah. Interesting. You have Uranus, change, and the 4th house, home, which is interesting. So Uranus is in Taurus right now for you, Pisces, and you have 1st house arrival. Yeah. Okay. So some sort of change is happening in your home is how it's feeling. It feels positive because I feel like Uranus recently moved out of retrograde, so it's now direct in Taurus. I feel like you're receiving some sort of like, so Uranus energy is kind of like a lightning strike is how I see it. Like it can sometimes feel like chance or sudden change, where it's kind of like today it's kind of coming through as Jupiterian, like lucky, like that kind of thing, but it's not that. I feel like there's something here where it's like you're receiving some sort of change or you're going through some sort of change that is expanding your home or solidifying it or strengthening it. That's how it's coming through. It's like, if we go back to that metaphor of like the small business, it's like you're receiving a grant or something like that that solidifies your stability or what you already have. That's how it's coming through. I'm really drawn by these clouds today. They feel almost like There's a card in another deck that I'm thinking of. It's the Awakening card. Not Awakening, Judgment. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay. Uranus acts like a cosmic clutch. It takes us out of one gear and after some chaos shifts us into a new one. Prepare for an evolutionary leap. Shocking circumstances can force you to engage gifts you didn't know you had and help you transform. You are not those external attributes in transformation. You will not dissolve. A caterpillar is still internally the same creature once it becomes a butterfly. Yeah, I do feel like you're getting an evolutionary leap. That's how it's coming through. Pertaining to some aspect of your home or stability or where you feel safe. Interesting. Where you feel safe is coming through very strongly for that. Your sense of safety is going through some sort of evolutionary leap. I tried to do your reading yesterday, Pisces, and this card was the card that came out, which talks about like taking responsibility for how you are perceived. That's what this card refers to, the 1st house arrival, of how you interact with other people and how those people may project onto you. So this card comes in with this interesting balance of like taking responsibility for how you're perceived, and if you are being perceived in a way that doesn't align with you or that it's like it's a misperception, is there something that you're doing that contributes to that? Or is it the other energy, the other person who is projecting their own energy onto you? That's how it's coming through, and being aware of that, because there is with all things there's a balance. This card is saying like okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. They don't want me to go into that. Okay, I'm just going to leave that. Okay. Okay, I'm going I'm gonna pull I'm gonna pull cards from the Energy Archaeology deck. So this Uranus energy, because the line that was coming through with that is like, in order to shift gears, there's a time of momentary chaos. That's how it's feeling. So that's how it's coming through, that like maybe for the next little while for you Pisces, there may be a bit of added chaos, or because of the change that's happening. It's kind of like maybe there are situations that you need to adapt to or be flexible to, in order to bring you to the next level, in order to like shift gears. And in the end goal is to solidify or stabilize this home that you have. But for the next little while, it might be a little bit uncomfortable, or it might require you to be in an energy of flux. Like it might not be as stable as you're used to, or something like that. So just keep that in mind, Pisces. Okay, but in the long run, it will be very stable. There's just a period of flux that you're in, is how it's coming through. Okay, Pisces. What is working well for Pisces right now? Transform, Sphenoid. I really love this card. This is the Phoenix card in this deck. My ear is ringing. I feel like there's you're receiving some sort of big change. Okay, so this bone connects the neurocranium to the facial bones by articulating with or connecting to 8 other bones in the skull. The location and structure of this bone gives the skull physical rigidity, and its wings sit between the skull's 2 earth element bones, the temporal and the maxilla. Okay, you carry the energy of the phoenix, the ability to transform everything that is and was into the perfect fuel for your own rising, for becoming the next iteration of you. When you suppress your own transformation or allow yourself to become comfortable and attached to what you know yourself as and the way you want people to see you, you are unknowingly adding kindling to a fire you won't let burn. The energy in your skull becomes stagnant, clogged with these fragments of your experience that you hunker within and call home. But because this is a fire element bone, it will always be trying to set these things alight, and it takes a lot of energy to suppress them. You have to let it all burn, let it dissolve into ash so form can be reborn. It may feel wild and out of control, but the more you let burn away and transform naturally when it wants to, the less it will feel like a wildfire rebirth, and the more it will feel like a burnt offering to everything that got you where you are. You are lighting your own path. Okay. I love that card. And the message that is coming with that. Pisces. The water sign readings have been so interesting lately. And they always have, like, in the last couple of months, I think the water sign readings have been all sort of like, they have like a very strong interconnected message. So just pay attention to that. Cancer and Pisces might be, or Cancer and Scorpio might also be important element signs for you to watch or be aware of. Because right now we're in a Cancer Mars retrograde, which will be ending. Mars will be moving out of retrograde February 23rd, which is the Sunday. So it kind of feels like that energy is coming through for you, where it's like, I feel like there's something that you're letting burn, Pisces. And it could be something of like an identity or a way of being that's no longer serving you, or whatever it is, a situation. It could be something from the past that you're letting burn. It's like letting it go so that it can be reborn into something new. I keep getting like elevation to the next level. I feel like part of this as well also included, so it could be self-limiting beliefs as well. But I feel like it's also it also has to do with how people perceive you with the first house arrival. And maybe trying to control how people perceive you. That could also be part of it with this transform. And I think, again, there's a balance in that. That's the message that was wanting to come through earlier, but I paused there. Where it's like you can't always control how people see you, right? You can't. It's impossible. But there is also the balance to that of like taking responsibility for how you are being perceived if that is not the way that you want to be perceived, or that's not in alignment with who you actually are, or if you're being perceived in a way that's inauthentic and your true authenticity is wanting to come out, right? There's always a balance. I feel like you're finding that through this period of change or imbalance. I do feel like something very stable for you is changing, Pisces, in order to elevate you to the next level. Okay, where is there potential for breakthrough for Pisces? You have worthy, the first finger, and transition, axis vertebra. I'm getting a 3 of Cups energy with this. Okay. Transition can be graceful. It can be full of ease. It can proceed as smoothly as the way you turn your head from side to side. Give yourself space to transition. Build your capacity for the flexibility that not knowing requires. When you have a sense of what is to come, but you have no physical evidence, allow yourself to be present with that. The unknown, in between, fertile void of the chrysalis is where you unbecome and become at the same time. Let go of the notion that times of transition have to be overwrought, difficult, or something to fear. There does not always have to be a breakdown before there's a breakthrough. Your bone, body, and energetic foundations support the building of new structures, even as old ones crumble, and you can be present in the beautiful chaos of the middle. Do not halt the progress of transition. You cannot stop the process midway through and expect to be pleased with what is before you. Reflect on the past and dream of the future, but remember that straight ahead is your home. Be present in the spaciousness, okay? There's so much coming through with that, Pisces. You're in a period of transition where there may be times where it kind of feels like there's nothing, like a void energy, and then there's periods of chaos. And it may be that there's like something like that happening where it's like you're flip-flopping between the two. This sort of unbecoming void energy and a becoming chaos energy. It's like there's like all of that happening at the same time. There may be periods of rest and then periods where there's a lot of activity, and it's kind of like you have to adapt to that, Pisces. and give yourself space for that. I feel like, though, there's a lot of energy here where it's like you're integrating past experiences while also looking at the future. But when you're doing that, it can come through with like the past. If you focus too much on the past, you can sort of be bogged down by heaviness or nostalgia or sadness or depression. If you're too focused on the future, it can cause sort of anxiety or worry or restlessness or like, you know, chasing after things and that kind of energy. So just being aware of that. Where you want to be is present. The present is your home. That's how it's coming through. Whatever this challenge is, it's really getting you to be present. That's how it's feeling. Because there's a lot of change. I feel like there is something here where, because I keep looking at these clouds. They look very mystical. Like it's like there's mystical clouds that are rolling in. That's how it feels. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, Pisces. It kind of feels like it's change. Let's just say that. I don't want to put a judgment on whether it's good or bad. It's change. Change is rolling in. That's how it's feeling. And then you have attunement fingers at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I'm seeing the Pook card in the fairy deck today, which is a very Piscean card. So I'm gonna use the fairies. But it's kind of coming through with this energy of like finding the good in the bad and the bad in the good. There may be something like that happening for you. And it's kind of like you have to accept it all, right? There are contradictions in life. Okay. I'm going to pull, I don't know, a few cards from this deck. The Fairy Guide. The Fairy Guide. This is the Fool card, of course, in this deck. The 0 point. I do feel like there are things that you're not seeing yet. It's blank intentionally in order for you to connect with it. That's what this card represents. It's your own personal relationship with your guides and spirituality, or whatever word you want to put there. Your connection with the mystical. The mystical is how it's feeling. The word mystical just keeps wanting to come through for you, Pisces. There's some sort of connection with the mystical that's really being highlighted for you as a guide. But you are at the beginning of something, but I feel like you're not. There's something here where it's kind of like the future looks like this. The future is this card, which is coming through with that message of it's what you project onto it, right? Your future is what you project onto it. So that's how it's feeling. Then that I feel like there's something here for you, Pisces, where it's like you're in this sort of period where you're integrating the past and burning up anything that you don't need anymore from the past that's not serving you. because that's not something that you want to project into your future. I do feel like there's something of a Three of Cups energy that keeps coming through. I love it. I love it, Pisces. You have the Phoenix twice, the Singer of Transfiguration, overcoming some sort of like big challenge is how it's coming through. Overcoming some sort of big challenge, whatever it is. This is an energy of jackpot and success. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the most positive cards in this deck. There's no reversal to this card, even if you have been in a period of difficulty and darkness. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. It's overcoming that. Yeah, joy and success after time of struggle. A new way of life has been accepted and is being integrated. A sense of inner peace is growing. The struggle has all been worth it. This is a time of consolidation and joy, and is both a reward for past achievements and a time of preparation for the next climb up the path. Even reversed, this card simply suggests that the realization or completion of a process is just around the corner. Enjoy. Okay, Pisces. Okay. I feel like I'm just confirming everything that I just said. You have Arval Parrot at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's something here where you're really being asked to focus on like your worthiness. Your sense of self is coming through with that, but it's also a lot more than that. Because I feel like, especially if there was something of a challenge or something where you felt like betrayed by something or someone, or like, I don't know, whatever the situation where maybe whatever it is, doesn't matter. I feel like it's kind of like, especially with the home, Pisces, because that example of like the small business, I know that the work aspect is really being highlighted here, but because it's coming through with home, I feel like this was something a bit more personal than that, where it's like maybe you let somebody into your home and they had they had intentions that were not beneficial to you. Like they had intentions that were concealed. Okay, well, I need one more card from this deck. Sorry, just 1 second. Nilise the Alchemist. This is the fourth card that talks about changed, Pisces. So much change, big changes are happening for you at the moment. You have Mick the Myomancer at the bottom of the deck. This is number 42. I don't know if you can see that in the corner. You have 42 here as well with the home card. So much change, Pisces. Lots of change for you. Let's pull one card from the Alchemy. And I think it's important here that this home card is coming out, because if there is a situation where it feels like a lot of things are changing, remembering that you can always return home, right? Like that kind of energy. Yeah, sense of sanctuary and how we bring things to conclusion. You have a sanctuary within your soul and safe surroundings in which to renew, allow you to regenerate, find your center, and greet the world afresh. Okay. Let your home be a sanctuary that helps you prepare to deal with the world, not a place in which you hide from the world. Okay. And because I feel like there's something like that for you, Pisces, of, it feels kind of like things outside of your home, metaphorically or not, are going through big change. And that I do think that you are going to be a part of that, Pisces. It's going to affect you. But your home and your sanctuary within yourself is a place where you find renewal, where you can recharge, where you go back into yourself, you find your center so that you can go back out into the world. And I feel like there's this balance here with that as well, of making sure that your home is not a place where you hide, or a place where you, use to escape from things that are difficult. Like, it's not a place where you escape to avoid the problems or things like that. Your home is a place that renews and refreshes you and gives you strength in order for you to go out again, right? That's how it's feeling. I keep getting this energy of a mystical fog. I have no idea what that means. A mystical fog is rolling in. That's how it's coming through. Okay, I'm going to pull one card from this, Alchemy. Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle deck. Jupiter. An expansion. An iron. This is the element of Mars. Okay. I do feel like this, because I feel like there's something here. I feel like this happens especially in water signs, because I think water is so fluid, right? That the messages sort of mix in with one another. That Cancer's reading will be beneficial to you, that there might be message in there for you. I haven't done that one yet. And I feel like the Mars and Cancer transit, by the time that concludes, there's also going to be some sort of like physical consequence of that energy that is sort of coming into alignment or is going to contribute to some sort of expansion. Okay. I do think, though, that for the next little while, the energy that you may be experiencing is something where it's like your energy is going to be ramping up in some way with this Nihiliste the Alchemist, because that card talks about like sometimes the changes happen quickly, and like sometimes you do have to run to catch up to it, or like to increase speed. Again, not to stress anyone out, because I think that there will also be periods where it's like there's a lull or there's periods of rest that are necessary. I feel like there's something here as a gentle reminder, Pisces. The change aspect is outside of your control, where it feels like you have to pick up speed, or like you have to adapt, or there's a lot of things that you have to integrate or be flexible about. But remembering that you can always come back home, right? To find this sort of sanctuary within yourself, to find rest and renewal, so that you have enough strength to go back out and face the challenges or whatever. It's a reminder of that. That's how it's coming through. Okay, I'm going to pull one card from this Animal Apothecary deck. See Beyond the Past, yeah. That's where I feel like you are right now. You're like burning through past self-limitations. Can I get one more card? Just trust. Okay. Just trust, Pisces. This is a card about like being blind, actually. Like, not, it's this card. You can't see what's in front of you. can't see where you're going. You don't know what's ahead. It's like facing the unknown with nothing but just trust. Sacred boundaries at the bottom of the deck. Okay, Pisces. You can do this, whatever it is. I feel like there's a lot of change that's happening. I've said that so much that that's the only message that's coming through. A lot of change, a lot of unknown. You're in this period right now where it's like you're overcoming a lot of past obstacles that you may have had, or past limitations, or whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If this message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.